Yo, what's good, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Xehther here, back at it again to drop What If Naruto Had Ultra Instinct Part 3. Now, this was supposed to drop yesterday, but I got a little lazy, so it's here today. And if you guys go on to enjoy it, you guys know what to do. But without any further ado, enjoy.
Hey Ross, sauce it up.
At this moment, tension would be so high in the room you could literally cut it with a butter knife. Naruto turns to Hiruzen, who would tell him that now Naruto is to resume back doing everything that he was doing before. However, this time he asks Kakashi to move on with precaution and to make sure that Naruto does not lose control again, saying that this time they got lucky that Gato and his men had arrived, but had that not been the case, Naruto might have. Kakashi stays silent, Hiruzen does so as well, and that would fill up the room. Everybody looks to Naruto, and Naruto would think to himself like what he could really do, right? Until, suddenly we have another Anbu member, like a random ninja, coming in and being like, Hiruzen, we have another C rank mission. And Hiruzen would say, good day, Naruto. Go home, get some rest, and Kakashi will be talking with you in the morning. Naruto from here looks to Kakashi as he would say, all right, let's do that then. And from here, Kakashi and Naruto would find themselves inside of, their own places to live at, obviously. And the very next day they meet up again. Now, it's here that Kakashi would go on to tell the team about the Chunin exams, and seeing as Naruto does have that tendency to freak out and do all that stuff, Kakashi thinks to himself, maybe it's best that they don't enter the Chunin exams. But if he goes over and starts telling Naruto, hey, I don't think you should enter because you could lose control, that's going to hinder Naruto's confidence. That's going to make Naruto think that he's not good enough, that he's not able to control himself. And overall, that might hurt the team more than it could help it. So Kakashi would tell Naruto to keep his head up instead, and would tell him that it's about time that they all level up. One of them is going to become Chunin, and Kakashi would tell them about the Chunin exams, informing them that that's the reason why other other villagers from shinobi villages are here and stuff like that. And from here, they all kind of understand each other, when suddenly they would pretty much end up being asked by Sakura, what does this entail actually? And Kakashi's like, oh, well, pretty much you have to do a couple of tests, and whoever's the best is going to be promoted to Chunin. On some rare occasions, Hiruzen may even promote somebody else. And Sasuke would think to himself that that's going to be him. From here, however, we would jump to a different spot, and the entirety of Team 7 would have to face off against their own trials. Time skip because I don't want to cover that. And we jump right into the section where Lee pretty much ends up bodying Sasuke, right? That ends up still going down just because, yeah, Sasuke can now track and see Lee's movements, but that doesn't exactly mean he can keep up with them. So Sasuke still does ultimately end up losing, and it does take Lee a lot more difficulty to do so because this time he has to move a little bit more faster. But ultimately, Sasuke still ends up taking an L and would pretty much be hitting the ground with anger, thinking to himself, how could he have lost with the two Tomoe Sharingan? He knows it's not perfect, but come on. And Naruto goes up to Sasuke as he tells him the truth. Truth is, Sasuke, you were able to keep up with him, right? Your body just couldn't keep up with what your eyes were seeing. And after Sasuke realizes that, he thinks to himself, I need to get faster. As Naruto says, then you need to start training with me. As, Naruto looks at Sasuke and would say, I'm faster than you, but I'm not smarter than you, and I'm probably not even stronger than you. But if we both train together, we could probably help each other out. Sasuke looks to Naruto and says, maybe. As from here, they both end up going to their own individual spots where they all get seated and separated equally amongst the test room, right? And everybody has to cheat through the Chunin exams test to see who passes and stuff like that. What ends up going down afterwards is actually going to be sort of interesting, because what pretty much ends up going down is Anko comes busting in through the window and tells them all to get ready for the next portion of the exam. From here, she goes on to hand out some death warrants, basically saying, if you die, not our fault. And let me tell you guys, if I was in the Chunin exams and I saw that I could die and that the village is basically saying, oh yeah, if you die, it's really not our fault, I'm quitting, bro. I'm a side character and I'm not putting my life on the line to become a Chunin. Like, it's not happening. I'm not doing it for a title. You know what I mean? Like, I'd rather be a genin to the day I die, just like Naruto, and not die potentially. You know what I mean? And so pretty much, does that make me a coward? Yes. Yes, definitely. Do I still embrace it? Yes, definitely. But yeah, I'm still gonna be live, so ha. But anyways though, continuing on with the story, we find ourselves in the perspective of Team 7, and we would see everything through the eyes of Sakura. This time around, Naruto doesn't have to go off and take a leak, and pretty much what ends up happening this time is Naruto goes on to pretty much be towards the front of the team, as, you know, Sasuke would ask, what are we gonna do? Like, how should we go about finding a scroll? Naruto says that, you know, Sasuke should probably come up with the idea, and Naruto thinks to himself that for now they should probably just make their way towards the end goal, seeing as they'll probably meet other teams on their way there. They'll be a lot stronger, but that just means that it'll be more of a challenge for them, more of a way to prove that they're meant to be Chunin. And Sasuke thinks to himself that that is true. Sasuke comes up with a plan to simply set up a base and ambush another team, and on their way to go try to find an area where they can just all relax at and not really have to worry about much, they would end up running into another ninja. Now this ninja would have actually crossed paths with them intentionally, and we all know exactly who this is. It's Orochimaru. As soon as Orochimaru makes his presence known, the team would immediately be on guard, and as soon as this would happen, Orochimaru would begin being a total creep. Bro starts licking his lips, looking at Sasuke, straight heating up. Bro's pulling a Hisoka right now, right? And eventually what would end up going down is Orochimaru starts letting out his killing intent, his bloodlust, which would lead Team 7 to be motionless. They can't move under the weight of all of this pressure. Orochimaru is literally him, and they can't deal with it, right? And so they're all stuck in place, and, you know, Naruto gets rushed at by Orochimaru first, seeing as Sasuke's all the way towards the back. And Naruto, he can't move until the final moment. Naruto barely dodges out of the way, and Sasuke was able to get out of the way via stabbing himself, because the pain that he felt was larger than the fear that he felt. And that's actually a very, very cool strategy. Like, if you're so scared of doing something, hit yourself and focus on the pain, because you won't have to worry about the fear, unless the pain will hinder you doing what you fear. But anyways, I digress. Continuing on with the story, we see a perspective between Orochimaru, Sasuke, Sakura, and Naruto, and they're in a middle of a heated standstill. They're all wondering how exactly they're all going to survive this, what they're going to do, and yada yada yada. And Naruto, who's watching all of this go down, would simply think to himself that they really don't have a lot of choices. It's either one or the other. Naruto thinking to himself, I don't know what to do. And so Naruto decides to himself that what's pretty much going to end up happening is Naruto's going to try to just rush in. Like, he's going to hope that his power is able to help him defeat Orochimaru. So he rushes in, deactivating Ultra Instinct, as Orochimaru tries to attack him with a snake jutsu, Naruto easily dodging it via UI, and Sasuke would watch as Naruto would dodge and weave all of the attacks of Orochimaru. Sasuke himself would feel a little jealousy towards the power of Naruto, and ultimately Naruto would begin getting tired, jumping away, leading Sasuke to be the one who gets lunged at. This is when Orochimaru, because Sasuke's afraid and Naruto isn't having a moment where he dodges out of the way and helps him, Orochimaru gets to bite down on Sasuke's neck, and after that happens, Sasuke would fall off of the tree, landing on the ground with a loud thud, as Orochimaru would smirk and say, I'll see you all next time, as he buries himself into the ground. And Naruto would watch this all as anger and fear would continue clouding his judgment. Naruto wasn't afraid of Orochimaru, as much so as he was afraid of what would happen if he let his emotions get the better of him. Naruto might have let loose and done something completely unspeakable. So Naruto, that's the reason that Naruto wasn't able to step in and try to defeat Orochimaru, because that's been plaguing his mind for so long. But realizing that he just did that, he would feel extremely saddened at the fact that he couldn't even save his own teammate. Like, what kind of a teammate is Naruto if he can't even defend the people who are supposed to be his brothers and sisters, right? Sakura and Sasuke. And so what pretty much ends up happening is they make their way towards a cave to let Sasuke rest up, And Naruto thinks that this isn't right. Like, if they continue going on, they'll make it to the tower before Sasuke, like something bad happens to Sasuke. Like, it's a smarter idea if he just carries him on his back. So Naruto would create a shadow clone, and that shadow clone would grab Sasuke as they make their way towards the tower. Realizing they don't have a scroll and they lost their scroll to Orochimaru, who would have stole it from them, Naruto's wondering to himself what they do. He's in a state of panic and shock. And it's at this moment that the sound genin arrive. They immediately turn their attentions towards Sasuke, and they would say that they're taking him with them, as Naruto turns towards the direction of them and says they're not going anywhere with Sasuke, putting him down, as Naruto says that he's not playing around this time, and Naruto goes on to form 1,000 shadow clones, which would immediately surround the sound squad. And I'm gonna say it like this: they lose. I don't care how strong they are, how many clones they can take out individually until they finally get taken out, they're not beating 1,000 angry Naruto's with Ultra Instinct. It's not happening. And so those 1,000 clones would be able to ultimately be the undoing of the Sound siblings, and because of this, they would be able to get their scrolls taken because they would have captured both, and Naruto and his squad would make it back to the Chunin Tower, making it in time so that Kakashi could see the state of Sasuke and get him to a medical ninja, leading to Sasuke getting healed a lot faster and the curse mark being sealed a lot faster than in canon. Once Anko sees the curse mark, she would immediately leave the room and throw up on the ground as she gets flashbacks to the horrors that she had to endure when she was with Orochimaru. Everybody would be looking at Anko in the hallway, and Anko says, "What are you guys looking at?" As she says, "Go back to doing what you guys were doing." And from here, we would end up getting a scene in which Naruto watches as Gaara passes by his room, and Naruto wonders if he got there before they did. Naruto thought that they got there so fast, but apparently that guy got here before them. That's insane. That's crazy to him. But ultimately, Naruto proceeds to just wait in his room and wait up on Sasuke. Eventually, Sasuke's status would be deemed as healthy, and that, he'll be fine. Like, not healthy, but like, he'll recover just fine. And Kakashi would explain to Sasuke the truth of the curse mark, how it's a power that will consume him if not taken care of, not kept in check. And since Sasuke didn't have that moment where he completely went crazy, Sasuke doesn't know what it feels like to use the curse mark yet. So we're probably going to get to see that later on. But for now, we're going to be jumping into something else, which is essentially just the preliminaries. Now, the preliminaries consist of easy battles, and because Sasuke had more days of rest, his battle against the shinobi who could siphon chakra would be an easy one. Following that, Kiba would have a little bit of a grudge match with Naruto, with it being a one-sided grudge, with Kiba instantly getting ready and preparing by saying, "Akamaru, you ready?" And Akamaru would nod, Kiba tossing a chakra pill towards his direction, leading Akamaru to morph into a Kiba version of him. And after this, Naruto would say, "That's cute, so I guess you guys are gonna try to jump me?" As Naruto would say, "Well, sorry to disappoint, Kiba," but as he would form 20 shadow clones. Kiba from here would say he's kidding if he thinks that that's gonna stop what's about to happen. And Kiba would say, "Fang over Fang," as he would immediately rush towards the direction of a bunch of the different Narutos, and in a classic Meta Knight fashion, that's a Super Smash Bros. Reference, bro would proceed to just start spinning like crazy and would take out a bunch of Naruto clones, going over and over and over and over and over and over again, just spamming the same move. Naruto, upon realizing that Kiba's pretty much just a one-trick pony, would end up calling Kiba out on that, saying, "Really? You're gonna rely on one singular move to beat me? This is what we're gonna be doing all day? Look, Kiba, if you want, you can keep using that jutsu, but I can keep pumping out more clones." Naruto creates 20 more, then 30. Kiba destroying more and more and more, and ultimately Kiba would start to get tired, as Naruto begins to think to himself that if this is a battle of attrition, Kiba's already lost. And that's exactly what would happen. Naruto has so much more stamina than Kiba that it wasn't even a contest from the beginning. The moment that this was a battle of stamina, Naruto already won before it even started. Naruto, after all, would defeat a lot of the characters in the Naruto verse if we're based off of just stamina and chakra based attacks alone. Naruto has so much of it that it won't even affect him. Naruto literally has been stated to have 27 times more chakra than Kakashi, and Kakashi, while being no slouch, much has a lot of chakra, right? And so continuing on with the battles, we simply are told that there's going to be a 1 month training period. Now, during this 1 month training period, I'm going to be saying that things would actually remain constant. Now, let's say that Naruto and Jiraiya's relationship is still the same, but it is going to be changed due to the fact that Jiraiya is not going to be focusing so much so on teaching him the summoning or even the what's the word I'm looking for? The abilities of the nine tails. Not trying to like really get him to learn that, right? But Naruto ultimately does learn the summoning, just a lot. It takes him a little bit longer, but Naruto was more so focused on trying to, get his speed up, get his strength up, and Jiraiya asking him how that ability works. Naruto explains it to Jiraiya in the simplest way, that it seems to be a sort of technique that makes his body move on its own. Because when it's active, Naruto doesn't think. He just acts. His body just does things. And Naruto just goes along with the flow. It's almost as if Naruto's thrown in the back seat and he just has to watch as everything that happens just, happens. Naruto having this happen would pretty much end up being in a different position. And what would pretty much end up going down is that Naruto would find himself in a, would find himself in a awkward position, right? Because Jiraiya and himself would have been trying to like get closer and closer to mastering this jutsu, but when I tell you that they made literally no progress, it would be bad. Naruto made no progress because what he really needs is meditation. Naruto's already had the physical training, Naruto's already had the speed training. Naruto just needs to get in tune with his mind and body both at the same time. Naruto needs to stop thinking so hard about things, and that's the thing that's holding him back. Naruto's a thinker, just like Vegeta. That's the thing that's holding Naruto back from having the unlimited talent that he has at his disposal at any given moment. Autonomous, Ultra Instinct. Continuing though, we jump back into the 1 month trial battles, and Naruto would be in the ring with Neji, as Neji would immediately start bad mouthing Naruto, telling him that he already lost, that he's the Hyuga's pride and joy, that he's a genius and Naruto's a nobody. And as soon as the battle would start, Naruto thinks to himself he can either sit here and try to fight Neji off with long distance, or Naruto can bank it all on the fact that he is able to dodge and maybe land an attack on Neji. And that's what Naruto does. Naruto wants to just hit Neji. Like, he doesn't want to beat him up with one hit, but he does want to land one singular attack on Neji. As soon as the battle would start, Naruto rushes at Neji running at top speeds, with Neji smirking, saying, "You were a fool, coming in and fighting me in my own domain," as he would say, 64 bombs! And he would try to attack Naruto with the 64 bomb attack, but Naruto would be dodging each and every single one. Neji would be shocked, and all of those who are watching this would think to themselves that there's no way. Hiyashi Hyuga would be forced to activate the Byakugan to watch everything that's happening, and he would realize that Neji's literally not landing a single blow on this Naruto kid. After the attack would be over and all 64 palms would be thrown, Naruto would then land an uppercut attack on Neji, sending him flying back, as Naruto would create 4 clones which would rush in at Neji, who would be stunned because at this moment he's thrown completely off guard by the fact that his attacks did not land, and Naruto would be capable of grabbing Neji, as Neji uses the spinning rotation move to throw all the clones off of him, and would then look towards the direction of Naruto, who would pop up from underneath and hit him with a secondary secondary uppercut, sending Neji crashing into the wall, as Neji looks up at Naruto and asks, "How did you do it?" With Naruto looking down at Neji and saying, "Would you believe me if I told you it was luck?" Neji from here passes out into unconsciousness as Naruto watches Neji be carried away in a stretcher. And from here, Naruto would make himself back to the stands, where he proceeds to just wait on Sasuke to arrive. Sasuke from here goes on to take a long time to get back, and I'm saying a long time with like exclamation points. Bro literally almost gets ejected from the match, and Sakura would be asking Naruto, "Do you think he's gonna make it?" With Naruto saying, "Trust me, he's gonna be here. If anything, barely gonna get here." And from here, Sasuke would arrive in his new badass getup, as Sakura looking towards Sasuke would be shocked, thinking to herself, Sasuke definitely looks a lot better in that outfit than the one that he had before, as Sakura looks to Naruto and says, "Who do you think's gonna win?" With Naruto smirking and saying, "Sasuke for sure. I got my money on him all day." With Gaara looking over towards the direction of Naruto, then back up at a sign that says fandom, with Gaara being like, "What's fandom?" Well, let me tell you.
As anime fans, we love to show our support to our favorite shows by rocking anime apparel. But something I'm pretty sure we can all agree on is it's so expensive. So I've partnered up with Fandom to bring you all affordable, high quality anime merch that you are sure to love. And if you use my code Xehther at checkout, you can even get an extra 10% off the already affordable merch. Keep in mind, it does come from overseas sellers, so its sizing is going to be different since it's overseas. That said, let's get back into the video.